Has joined. We will start shortly, so bear with us. Zena, are you able to get the screen up?
Everything USANA does, from our scientific laboratories to our production and warehouse space, is about our customers' nutrition. Our process starts with formulas that use only the best ingredients. We on our shale ingredient suppliers undergo extensive, ongoing safety and quality inspections. When ingredients arrive at USANA, they are quarantined and staged for sampling. Quality control inspectors use near-infrared spectroscopy to properly identify raw materials. Samples are taken and delivered to the laboratory for analysis. The laboratory is a critical component of USANA's quality program, which is modeled after good manufacturing practices, GMPs, required in the pharmaceutical industry. If something doesn't conform to our strict specifications for purity, identity, composition, quality, and strength, it doesn't go into the products. Expert technicians and scientists use state-of-the-art techniques such as inductively coupled plasma mass spectrometry, high-performance thin-layer chromatography, infrared and ultraviolet spectroscopy, gas chromatography, and many more to analyze each ingredient for USANA guaranteed quality. USANA's laboratories also test for dangerous contaminants. These include Salmonella, E. coli, staph, mold, yeast, heavy metals, and organic residues. USANA's flagship product, the Essentials, undergoes up to 900 different tests. At USANA, our customers' nutrition is in good hands. Our manufacturing technicians take care to prevent contamination of the products by dressing to strict good manufacturing standards. This includes shoe covers, special pants or pant covers, laboratory coats, hairnets, beer guards, hand washing, and sanitizing. Anyone who touches product wears gloves. Even guests are required to meet good manufacturing dress standards. Product purity is further guaranteed through an air pressure and airlock system that keeps dust and other contaminants out of the air. When the laboratory clears the ingredients for use, production is ready to begin. Manufacturing employees weigh materials carefully to get the exact blend of USANA's proprietary formulas. Once the ingredients are weighed and prepared, they're carefully sifted. Any clumps in the raw material are broken up for optimal blending. Ingredients are double screened as they pass through the vibrating sifter, then over rare earth magnets and down into one of USANA's 4 blenders. Once loaded, USANA's rotating blenders mix ingredient powders into a uniform blend. When the cycle is complete, the blend is ready to be sent to the presses and formed into tablets. Bulk bags with the blended material are hung one floor above the presses in preparation for tableting. With the bulk bags in place, technicians let gravity feed the blend into the tablet press. Our presses rotate fast enough to produce up to 500,000 tablets per hour. Tablet punches come together at over 10,000 pounds per square inch of pressure to create a perfectly formed USANA tablet. Despite the amazing rate at which the tablet press runs, it continuously monitors the tablets. If the tablets fail during compression, they're diverted into the reject chute. Every 30 minutes during compression, technicians double-check a sample of tablets to ensure they meet USANA's high-quality standards. Fresh samples are measured for proper weight and thickness. We verify the tablet hardness to ensure that they dissolve properly in the body. Next, it's on to the coaters, which apply a thin layer of all-natural vegetable protein to the surface of the tablets. This protects the active ingredients and makes the tablets easier to swallow. Sent on for final testing. Samples of every completed batch are sent to the
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time out to come and join this presentation. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Fatima, and I am very passionate about helping people live their healthiest lifestyle, as well as promoting good health. And most of you here, I know most of you guys enjoy doing what you do as nutritionists or future nutritionists and are here to learn about good quality and how you can help your patients or clients. And I've got Zena with us. Zena's journey started at a pharmaceutical company where she worked with cancer patients as a personal cause caseworker. That's where she felt her true calling in the world, which is to help heal others. With a bachelor's in science from York University, a certification as a nutritional practitioner, and personal training, Zena has helped many achieve their goals and transform their diet, health, and lifestyle. As the sales coordinator at USANA Health Science, she is passionate about Dr. Wen's vision of creating the healthiest family on earth and is proud to be aligned with a company that has the same mission as her. Her goal is to have the most positive impact on the lives of people she works with, helping them become the happiest, healthiest version of themselves.
Thanks, Fatima. Hi, everyone. And thanks for an introduction. Yes, I am a certified nutritional practitioner, and I'm also the sales coordinator at USANA Health Sciences. And I'm really happy to have you guys here on the call today. I'm going to let Fatima take the reins and tell you a little bit about USANA and why USANA is the right choice for everyone.
Thank you, Zena. So if you have any questions, you can put them in the chat or in the question and answer, and Zena will be monitoring that, and we will answer all the questions at the end. All right, so, we are in a society today where it's all about health and wellness. And, that's becoming mainstream, especially after a year or two that we've had. And all of us here are either have graduated as nutritionists or we're, striving to become nutritionists. And the reason why we're doing that is because we're so passionate about helping others. At least I know I am. And so that's why, health is our first priority. And we know it just doesn't start at a topical level. It actually goes at our cellular level. Next slide. So there's 5 different categories of people who are healthy or not healthy. And most of the time, the people that we are trying to look to help are in that not healthy, active, category. And then you've got the health enthusiast. So out of all of that, where do you fit in between, right? Some of us could be very healthy, some of us are not. And most of the people that we are working with, actually, if you could go back one slide. Most of the people that we are working with, they're doing this, they're too busy. They've got a lot of stress. So they're living in the sympathetic nervous system. They've got all these digestive issues. They are eating all this processed foods. They're low in energy. Everything that we're learning in class is basically the not actively healthy, right? And then on the flip side, you've got the health enthusiast who is very aggressively into their health. You've got they're vegan, they're gluten-free, also maybe dairy-free. So they're very proactive of how they take care of their health. And that's what we're striving to get to, is to have our patients, our clients, ourselves, our family members be at that point, or at least somewhere in between. Next slide. So if you look here, this is the percentage of how many people are using supplementation. And we know that supplementation is very important, as most of the times we're not getting all the nutrients, all of the minerals that we need. We know that there's soil depletion. So there's a lot of people who do need that balance, right? If you were living in a country, say like Africa or India, it would be a different story because everything there is very organic. There's no preservatives, but here we have a lot of preservatives. So we do need to fill in the gap with our vitamins, our minerals, and also it helps with our bodily functions. So USANA is the lifestyle of being healthy and living a life free of pain and not suffering. So we know the importance of supplementation. It begins at the cellular level, right? And if you remember in one of our classes, we were taught that our cells do not replicate. Our cells do not, once they die, they die. Well, I have something really exciting to share with you. That's not the case. So USANA has an intelligence technology, which is actually patented to USANA. And I'll go into it a little bit later. But basically what it is the ability to renew our cells. And so now our cells are renewing, protecting, and nourishing at a brand new level, which is then helping us age very nicely and gracefully. So we know that supplementation offers a wide range of vitamins that create routine. They help with our functions, our various functions that we have. So is your diet enough? No, it isn't. We know that we need so many different vitamins, minerals, in order for our body to function. For example, I would need to eat about 18 oranges, just enough a day, just to get my fiber as well as my vitamin C. I mean, I know I can't have 18 oranges. Zena, can you have 18 oranges? No, right? And so why do we need to have the supplementation? It is to provide that gap, fill in that gap. So USANA is the healthiest family on earth. The meaning of USANA is actually true health. So the USANA difference, why is USANA different compared to any other multivitamin company out there? We will find out. So this here is Dr. Myron Lenz. He is the founder, the chairman of USANA. And so he has a big vision of where he wants to see a world free of pain and suffering. And he is a microbiologist, immunologist. So he's really, really accredited for what he's doing. He had actually created the Epstein-Barr in the 70s, in the early 70s. And so that Epstein-Barr is still used today, but he sold that company. And that is used to detect any cancers or unhealthy cells. He lost his parents to degenerative diseases of heart attack as well as diabetes. So he said to himself, what am I doing? I wasn't able to save my parents. Why am I doing this? So he sold that company. He could have just retired because he made so much money. But he actually then founded USANA in 1992. And that's when he decided that he wanted to give everything in his well-being to the research, the development of preventing these sort of injuries, or not injuries, but degenerative diseases. So now what is so different again with USANA? You are choosing science. It is backed by science. It includes a team of 70 plus scientists where they come from backgrounds of biochemistry, molecular and cellular biology, pharmacy, genetics, sports nutrition, sports science, nutrition, and many, many other areas in medicine. So again, what else is different about USANA is the manufacturing standards. So each supplement is rigorously tested multiple times. It is tested about 900 times from the time it is actually from raw ingredients all the way to the time that we receive it in our hands. 900 times. That's pretty outstanding. I don't think there's anybody else that, does do this for a living or does do it. And for me, it took me 4 years before I decided I was going to join USANA because I was very skeptical. I've never used any pharmaceutical drugs or anything. I did not want to have, I had used multivitamins before, but I never saw any difference. And so I was like, there's nothing to it, right? But it really took me 4 years to do my research, to look into it. So I've simplified it. And I've been lucky enough to actually go to the manufacturing plant. And believe me, when I tell you, it's incredible. Like Zena, I'm sure you've been to the plant itself. It's absolutely mind-blowing to see everything in place. Not only is it tested 900 times, but it's also third-party tested and certified. So everything it does, right from the raw ingredients, is all based in science. And another thing that I found really, really exciting about USANA was that it's actually about 15 years ahead of the curve, right? So take antioxidants, for example. Dr. Myron Wins had discovered that antioxidants were good for our bodies and the benefits of antioxidants in fighting free radicals, right? 15 years before it came into vogue or any other mainstream. So that again tells you how far advanced USANA technology is. And everything is manufactured in-house. Not a lot of companies do that. So we control quality. We control everything that is going into USANA. We control manufacturing. We control everything. The video that I had shown at the beginning, if you want to actually watch the full video, let me know and I can put it on at the end. Next. Another difference that USANA has is its quality, its purity. It's looking for identity. It's looking for composition. It's looking for strength. There again, it's tested and tested and tested and tested. And it's also board certified. So in class, we also learned about, the different places that we can look for certification. USANA has all of that. USANA has passed every one of these certifications with flying colors. And that's another thing that I love is that USANA puts our health first before the dollar. Our health is really important to USANA. Another reason is quality guaranteed. And, other things that we did learn in class were, what are the alliances? What are the companies that will back it? So it is NSF certified. So anybody that is into sports nutrition, you want to know that it's NSF certified. Another thing, it is a member of the United Natural Products Alliance. It's also part of, there have been many on the consumer lab. Many of our products have been on the consumer lab, right? So again, quality and care. And I cannot stress this enough. I know you guys have heard me talk about this book as many times as I possibly can. This is also saying, this is a quote from Lyle McWilliams, his raving thoughts about USANA. And that goes to show you. And another thing that USANA has is it's got an athlete's guarantee. What does that mean? It means that if there is a world athlete that has tested for any banned substances, USANA will pay up to $1 million in lost income. No other company can put that disclaimer out. And in 30 years, USANA has never, ever had to use that disclaimer, that policy, because of the quality that it puts in, the excellence that it puts into what it does. Research and development. What company do you know that will spend $10 million on research and development? I mean, I've not seen any of these other companies. I've looked at a lot of other companies. I've not seen any other company that is willing and able to spend $10 million a year on research and development. So they have a team, the scientists that I was talking about, they're experts on human nutrition, cellular biology, biochemistry, genetics, microbiome, as well as medical doctors. So that to me is like a full array of everything. So they haven't missed any stone, they haven't left any stone unturned. When it comes to health, health is the number one priority. And if there is something that is banned in, or they discover that, okay, this no longer is good for our body, USANA will take it off the shelves immediately. They will destroy all products. They won't restock until they've reformulated. Most companies will just rechange the labeling and not do anything because it will cost them more to pull it off the shelves. But USANA doesn't care. USANA wants excellence and health. So they will take it off the shelves. They will take it out of distribution. They will destroy all of the labeling as well, and they'll reformulate that product so that it's even better. And that to me was very, very amazing, you know, because it goes with excellence. As nutritionists, that's the one thing that we are going to be doing is we need to be providing our clients with excellence, with integrity, with health. And so that's another reason why I've chosen to partner with USANA, is because their vision aligns very well with my vision. So why USANA? We did a little bit of the history earlier. And then in 2000, it actually built Sonavive Medical Institute. It's very state-of-the-art. It's got all doctors, nutritionists, and it also encompasses mind, body, soul. There's also machinery that the science community has not yet seen yet. So it's very revolutionary. Dr. Myron Wenz is in 2007, he received the Albert Einstein Award for outstanding achievement in life sciences. We are actually traded publicly on the New York Stock Exchange. So that means everything is very, very open book. If you want to check anything out about USANA, you go to ir.usana.com. You will get all of the information, the history, you'll get their filings, everything. You'll get anything that you're thinking of, the awards that USANA has won, you name it. It's all there because it is an open book. Excuse me. And then in 2012, USANA founded True Health Foundation, which is now USANA Health. And what it is, it's a fundraiser, but it's funded 100% by Dr. Myron Wenz. And that is used to provide nutrition. There's so many other things. And in 2020, it was just mind-blowing for me to see how a company was able to help out many people in different countries. Due to the pandemic, USANA had, you know, they had put a lot of resources, whether it was PPE, whether it was nutrition, whatever it was what that country needed, USANA was the first one to jump in. And that to me was absolutely amazing because I've always been aligned with giving and being able to give. We are in a position, we're very fortunate where we are able to give. And that has been one of my fundamental pillars. So I'm so grateful that USANA has that. And USANA's in 24 countries. So if you have a customer, or if you're traveling, say, to the United States, or you're traveling to Europe and you don't have your products, you can walk into I can't even talk. You can walk into any one of the branches or the warehouses, I should say, and you'll be able to order your products, not have to worry. And there's more countries actually coming. So India is one of them that's sort of in the midst. Again, so it's 20 years history, over 20 years. So we're going into our 30th year. It's publicly traded. It's an FDA registered facility, as well as a pharmaceutical grade facility. So now we are in Canada, and why does FDA matter? Because it's actually it's an American company. That's why it is FDA, but they do build to Health Canada. And Health Canada is actually one of the strictest governing bodies out there. So you know that if it's already out there and Health Canada approves it, it's really good quality. So USANA last year had $1 billion in sales. Not million, but $1 billion in sales. And that means a lot. So that means each person that is taking it is getting healthier and healthier and healthier. So USANA is not just about the products, but as I mentioned, it's about the science. And it's approved by doctors. It is in 8 publications, medical publications. So now the question comes, where can you find another multivitamin company that is in the publications, in many of the publications? And USANA was actually privileged enough to speak at Cambridge Medical Conference just a few months ago. So that is a huge, huge honor. So now we come to the awards. These are just like a smidget of the awards that USANA has received. USANA has received over 450 accolades and awards, right? And so it's got the Company of the Year. It's been rated the #1 direct selling. But if you look at it, it's got Best Nutritional Supplement Manufacturer of the Year. Since 2012, USANA has fed 40 million meals around the world. That is amazing. And what else is really inspiring and exciting is that we have over 4,500 professional athletes. Why does that matter to anybody? Well, athletes, we know, they value their body to the T, to every last minute. And so if there's something that is banned, or if there is something that is, not good, they're not going to be able to compete. And so that again is why we have that athlete's guarantee, because USANA the athletes trust USANA. And it's not just for athletes, but it's for your everyday use as well. So these are just some of the athletes that we have. And there's a lot more. Obviously, if there's 4,500, we can't get every one of them on here. But if we were a country in the Olympics, we would have actually been the second country with the highest medal count. So that is pretty exciting. There's a little video that I'm going to show you.
Yeah. Put me on the stage now. I'm ready to rage now. I feel like an animal stuck in a cage and I'm ready to break out. My time. None of you people can tell me to stop. Ready to do this. Show you what the truth is. I step on the field, it's time to get real. I'm feeling so ruthless. My time. None of you people can tell me to stop.
You want to be a well-oiled machine, and to do that, you need to be fueling your body with the best of the best.
운동선수로서 제가 항상 피크에 시합해야 되고 훈련해야 되지만
If I don't put the right things into my body, it won't perform when I ask it to.
Yeah. So what are you afraid of? Those feelings are made of. Get in the game, your moment of fame, show them what you made of. For anyone asking who is the best, we putting our hands up.
Why do I take USANA? Because USANA's the best.
I know it's clean, I know it's safe. I can't chance my career and my reputation on a product that I don't trust.
Tout simplement, c'est la raison pourquoi j'ai choisi USANA.
We know what it takes to be reaching the top. Tell me to stop, my town, my crown. We know what it takes to be reaching the top.
I trust USANA.
I trust USANA.
I trust USANA.
Yo confío en USANA.
Trust.
I trust USANA because they put as much care and hard work into their product as I do to my training.
I don't have to worry about what I'm taking.
I know that I'm getting everything I need.
It's about the products.
So here's actually something that's really cool. I've had the privilege of meeting some of these athletes that we have, and I've actually been able to interview some of these athletes. So it's really cool to be in the same arena whenever we've had our conventions. Just to be in the same arena as all these athletes, it's exhilarating. It is really exhilarating to see that, because at the end of the day, we all put our pants on one leg at a time, but to know that we're all making a difference and, fueling our body with the best we can. So now on the other side of science, USANA has unique innovations. As I mentioned, the intelligence technology. So basically intelligence means intelligent cell. So that is now patented only to USANA, and that is cell signaling, which we all know, which we all know that cell signaling is very important for our neurotransmitters, our electrons, all of our bodily functions to happen. We've learned that, right? And so USANA actually has found a way to renew our cells from ground zero. There's no other company that does that. And it helps with aging gracefully. So you'll notice that people who are on USANA, when I went to my convention, the first convention ever, I couldn't even function, because I had never seen so many healthy people in one area. And it was around the world, people from all around the world. They were very happy, their faces were glowing, they had so much energy. And it was just unreal to see how healthy everyone was. The next thing is USANA has a hybrid technology where they're able to take 2 vitamins and put them together into a 1 vitamin. So you don't have to take 2 separate vitamins. You can just take the 1. And then it's got the Poly C, which is the vitamin C. And it's bioavailable. And so we did learn that there's a sorbate and a sorbic. So the Poly C is a sorbate, which is the higher quality of the vitamin C. Again, the research and development, over 60 scientists. What's really exciting, so USANA has research partners. These are just some of the research partners that we have out there. So, and it's board certified, it's in the consumer lab. So that to me says that it really, really puts our health first, and it puts the products first at excellence. So there's just a quick video with Dr.
The potential partners very meticulously. We have a whole medical unit made up of doctors and trained individuals who understand the health space, who look at all the nuances of what companies do, what are the products they make, what are the people like at the company, how meticulous are they, what do folks say about them. We take all that and we look, of course, for non-disputable realities. How good is their science? How's their research? Do they have integrity? And if they have all those things, then they're a good match for us. And I came to the USANA headquarters here in Salt Lake City, and I was blown away. This is an FDA-registered facility. Craft incredibly high-quality products. The kinds of things that I, as a doctor, look forward to when I prescribe a medication, now I can find in vitamins that I happen to take myself, by the way. And that gives me a lot of confidence.
This array of third-party validation is essential to USANA's growth and credibility as a leader in nutritional science.
It is so important to have third parties involved in research.
And USANA was able to demonstrate, at least to my satisfaction, that
it was third-party science that was proving what USANA was saying about the products.
We can trust that USANA is doing a great job with the research. And so for us, we as practitioners, we feel so confident in the work that USANA is doing.
The research and work USANA is now doing with cell signaling has the attention of the biggest names in medicine.
We look at the science behind USANA's work, and you got to go back and see where it started. And they began talking about antioxidants before it was in vogue to talk about antioxidants. They were ahead of the curve, as they have been throughout their history. And when Dr. Wentz began thinking differently about how oxidation can be arrested and altered in our bodies, he began to develop whole new insights about how people could help themselves. And now we come to a whole new phase, which is cell signaling technology. What actually happens inside of a cell that allows it to mature and survive during hardship. And this is part of this big idea called intelligence. Intelligence is about looking at the process occurring in a cell and allowing it to work even better.
Cell signaling, although it may sound complex and we can make it quite complex, it's simple. It's nature.
And it's through that cell signaling that it tells one cell what to do and what not to do, how to behave and how not to behave. It's already within us. The science that USANA is introducing is allowing that to come back to a more efficient level so that the body is ready at any moment's notice to do what it needs to do with whatever environment it finds itself.
So basically, if we give our bodies what it needs, the right nutrients, the right environment, our bodies will do what it needs to do to adapt and respond to stresses, to regenerate cells, to be well nourished, and to be optimally healthy.
The future of nutrition ignited by enlightened vision.
But the remarkable brilliance Dr. Wentz has in seeing where the next opportunities are, where's the future, where should we be? He broke ground in many different areas. He broke through barriers that held people back. He busted through the clutter of lots of other companies trying to do the same thing, but not being able to do it quite as well. And he had a vision of how we could move the needle, how we could build something so big, so important, so valuable, so useful that everyone would be part of it.
And now, all eyes are on USANA.
So now that brings us to our products. These products here are the products that actually have the intelligence technology inside of it. So if you look at the top two, those are the core products for USANA. So the two bottles on the top, it is our multivitamins. So that has 54 minerals and vitamins combined. And then if you look at the box beside it, it is the health pack, which has the cell essentials, plus it's got this little pack right here, which I absolutely love. I carry it everywhere. It's got the MagnaCal with it, so magnesium, calcium, as well as it's got the antioxidant boosters. So it helps really fight against the free radicals. And we know as nutritionists what the free radicals are doing to our body. So these products here, so if you ever see a USANA bottle with like a green dot on it, that means it's got the intelligence technology, and the skincare also has intelligence technology inside of it. So this here is our essential nutritional products. So of course we have our two flagship products. USANA has something for each and every single one of our functions, our systems. So we have the cardiovascular coenzyme Q10. So we know that what that is, right? It helps with blood flow. It is an anti-inflammatory. We have the nervous system, which has the Copa Prime and the Vision X. So the Copa Prime is actually for brain cognitive as well, and the Vision X is for the eyes. So when we had our last exam, I had run out of my Copa Prime and I was like, okay, whatever, it'll be fine. I'll be fine. Well, no, I wasn't, because I could barely remember left from right, right from left. I don't even recall writing that exam. And so Copa Prime for me is something that I will not live without, especially when we're writing our exams, because that's how I'm on fire. And that's why I'm able to remember things so quickly and put things together. And then the mood and relaxation, which is brand new. It just launched this year. So you've got the Calm Balm, which a lot of you that have been in class with me have seen me pulling out the Calm Balm just before exams, because it's got lavender in there, and the lavender is then used to calm your nerves down. And then there's the magnesium drink, which is great at night, helps you relax your muscles and go to sleep. And then it's got the, what is the third one, Zena? It's the body, mind.
The mind and body balance. So it's the herbal, it's the herbal side of,
yes.
So it contains herbs like ashwagandha and lemon balm that will help calm down your adrenals and basically help your nervous system from being overly stimulated.
Yes, perfect. Thank you. Then it's got the endocrine system. So it's got the saw palmetto, which we know it helps with for guys, their prostate. It's got melatonin, and then it's also got Estra Pro, which is for women. And there is no estrogen in it, but there are herbs that have been used. So ashwagandha is one of them, licorice, American ginseng, and a few others. So USANA has actually, what they've done is they've taken TMC, which is traditional Chinese medicine, and used that as well as with Ayurveda. So they've combined the two as well as with Western medicine practices. So we have our skeletal, which basically there's actually supposed to be 3 products on that one. And so there's the MagnaCal, which is basically your magnesium and calcium. So muscle relax, as well as it helps with, what's our calcium? I forgot. I've run out of my Copa Prime again.
For healthy bones.
There we go.
Teeth.
There we go.
Yeah.
And then we have Procosa, which is glucosamine, as well as turmeric. Okay. And then we've got the MagnaCal, which is chewable so you've got like your seniors who can't take the magnesium, the supplement, or for kids, so they can have the chewable. Then we get into our digestive tract. We have our probiotic. So the probiotic, you don't need to store in the fridge. You keep it at a room temperature, cool, not in the fridge though. And it's got 12 billion IUs. It comes alive once you open it. So it comes alive in your gut. You've got the digestive enzyme, which we know how that helps with digestion, especially someone who's got an underactive stomach. Then we've got the HEPA Plus, which is then used to detoxify the liver. We have the cellular, which is also the immune health. So we've got Biomega in there. We've got vitamin D. We've got proglucamine, and the latest one is
Policy.
Vitamin C. And then we've got the prenatal and the children. So I'm actually using I've used something from every single one of the systems, obviously not from the prenatals and children. So the prenatal is our Cell Essentials, but it's got iron in it. And with the prenatals, it's really amazing. Like, I've been in the business for about 5.5 years now. I've had about 10 to 15 customers of mine who had been trying to get pregnant, and none of, they weren't able to get pregnant. Some longer than others, and they weren't able to get pregnant. And my favorite story is my cousin. She'd been trying for 15 years. She did in vitro, you name it. Like, she just wasn't barren. She wasn't able to produce. And so I said to her, I said, okay, I'm giving you 2 options. Option number 1, I'll donate my eggs to you. And option number 2 is it's less invasive. It's by taking the multivitamins. So she chose option number 2, which was she actually started taking the prenatals. And within 6 months of her taking them, we got such amazing news to find that we have, like, now I have a niece. She's absolutely gorgeous. And you know why? Because her body was now primed for good health, for functionability. She was now getting nutrition. Her immunity was stronger. And I get a baby niece out of it. And so for me, that was just, to see that, it's so exciting. And that's what I live for, is to be able to help others. And all of my other 10 to 15 customers, same thing. Within 6 months, I was getting phone calls. Fatima, oh my God, you've changed our lives. Fatima, oh my God, we're expecting twins. So it's really nice to hear that. Then we have our food line. So we have our NutriMeal and we have our NutriMeal Active. So the NutriMeal is, so both of them are protein shakes. The NutriMeal has 15 grams of protein. It's got the right amount of fats to carbohydrates. And the Active Nutrition is 20 grams of protein. So we do have whey, soy, and a vegan option. They both are low glycemic, and they're very, very easy to use. They're gluten-free. And of course, the vegan ones are dairy-free. And so the soy is dairy-free, but the vegan is everything. It's low glycemic, so it keeps your glycemic level very low. You're not going to have an up and down, an up and down. You're going to have a lot more energy. You're going to have focused energy. You're going to have clarity. Not only that, but it curbs your cravings, and you're getting the right amount of proteins. And it's so easy to use these shakes. Basically, you just put 12 ounces of water, shake it up, put whatever flavor you want, either the chocolate or vanilla. You put it in, shake it up, you're good to go. Now, if you want to spice it up, you can add different spices to it. One of my favorites is mango, chocolate, and cardamom. It's just like mind-blowing. And for those that love chai, you can do the vanilla, put cinnamon, nutmeg, as well as cardamom, and you will have a chai shake. Or you can add your greens to it. You can add whatever greens you want to add to it. You can add nuts to it and blend it all up. And then we actually have the Reset, and also the Jumpstart. So the Reset is the NutriMeal. So that's a 5-day detoxing your entire system. The Jumpstart is the Active NutriMeal, and that's 7 days. So you get everything that you need in the box. The shakes, your health packs, enough for the days, as well as the probiotics. Then you have the digestive drinks. They actually taste really good hot. So the first two, they taste really good hot. You can also add them into your shakes as there's extra protein in them. Then you've got the Fiber G, which is the fiber, which is the prebiotic for the probiotic, which we all know that we need to have fiber in our system, both soluble and insoluble fibers. We have the detox tea. So some of you have been able to try the detox tea. I love drinking this at night because it's a way to relax. It's, and I know that I'm detoxing my system. I personally can't do the liver detox because it's got broccoli in it and I'm allergic to it. So this for me is the next best thing that I can do for myself. And then you've got the hydration drink. It's great in the summertime when it's like super crazy. Like, I mean, this last summer when it was like 45, 48 degrees, unheard of in Vancouver, I was using that because that's how I was actually replenishing my electrolytes. And I was staying hydrated because, at that time, nothing was going through. Like we were lucky that we could even find someplace cool or water. It wasn't cooling fast enough, right? So this is another thing. And if you're working out, this is great to bring back your electrolytes. Then we have the energy drink. Well, you ask, well, most energy drinks are not good to have. You're right. You're absolutely right on that. But the difference with this energy drink is it's fueled by vitamins, primarily the B vitamins, and especially B3, which is niacinamide. And so, and it comes in a tea, so you can use that as a hot one. I like it cold. It's nice and refreshing, and it's got a pomegranate taste to it. Then you have the bars. So our Decadent Vanilla is the newest bar that we have. It is, the name describes it. It's perfectly decadent. It's vanilla on the inside and chocolate on the outside. If you're like me with the sweet tooth, because I know you guys know that I've got my sweet tooth, this is great. And then you've got the USANA whole bio bar, which it basically, it's made from dates, nuts, different nuts, and it's completely vegan, but that is actually working our microbiomes in our gut. Then you've got the peanut butter snack, and some of you have actually seen me having this in class, you know, on our breaks, because they're very convenient. They're just enough protein to get you through the day. So it's not a full heavy bar compared to the other two. It's a light snack. And finally, we have our skincare. So we have the Celavive line, which has the dry as well as oily. And so that's what I use. Like, this is what I use. I never used to use any skincare. And after becoming, you know, after coming to USANA, I started using this, and this is the only skincare that I trust, you know. Then we've got our brightening series. So if someone has any pigmentation, rosacea, dark skin, discoloring, or if they just want to lighten their skin, that's what the brightening series is for. So now in our skincare in Celavive, it's got the intelligence technology. There's no toxins, there's no parabens, there's no aluminum. They're all natural ingredients. The brightening series has B3 in it. The Radiant Facial Oil, it's great, especially for right now when it's getting colder. It actually helps to lock in that moisture that we need in our skin. You know, like, I'm sure many of you have like experienced dry skin. And I know in the wintertime, my legs get so dry, it's gross. Like, it's flaky. That's how dry my skin gets. I put that on and it's actually nice and smooth. Doesn't matter how much water I drink. It doesn't matter how much, you know, like lotion I put on. I just find that my skin gets really, really dry, and this oil works. I can use the oil on my face. I can use the oil at the bottom of my hair. And so ever since I discovered the oil, I don't use any products to keep my hair curly. And you guys, most of you know that my hair is naturally curly. You've seen it in class. I don't put any products, no gel, no mousse. I just use the oil. There's sunflower oil, there's sesame, there's a whole bunch of other things in there, all natural ingredients. Then we have the body care line, which is the soap, like the body wash, shampoo, conditioner, hand cream, and body cream. And then we have the Healthy Living, which is our toothpaste. It's coconut oil. It's made with coconut oil, and it's got ADP. So we do know the importance of ADP and how that helps our body. And then we've got the oral probiotic, which is all about our oral health, because we know everything starts in the mouth. And so when you are waking up in the morning, so you take that at night, when you're waking up in the morning, you're going to have kissably fresh breath. So your partners will thank you for that. Then we have the soap. We also have a sanitizer. So this is just a little bit more about the core minerals and what they contain. So they're bioavailable minerals that support and maintain good health. So, and then they go well with the antioxidants, the Vita antioxidant. So the two of them combined are multivitamins. And they have triple action nutritional system with cell signaling that delivers essential nutrient to our health of our cells. So it gets down to our cellular level. It's not just topical. Everything that USANA does, it gets to our cellular level due to the intelligence technology. Again, USANA is the healthiest family on earth. So now it doesn't just stop there. So we know health and wellness has become on point. It's very on trend, especially now with, so many things. Everybody has been hit with so many things. We know that. 1908, we saw it was the $1 trillion industry was automotive. And then in 1981, it was, the gaming industry, it was the computer industry. And today it's the health and wellness industry. So we've all chosen to be part of the health and wellness industry for a reason, whether it be to improve our own health, the health of our families, or to be able to practice further. So now you have the option to conquer some other challenges. So we all face the same challenges. It doesn't matter how you spend it, how you look at it, money, health, and time. So health, we've covered. Time, USANA gives you that extra time. And money, USANA gives you that extra time. So can you imagine if you had an extra $1,000 or maybe even $5,000 a month coming in just by recommending USANA? What would that look like for you? Would you now be able to take that vacation with your family that you've been striving to take and you just haven't been able to do that? Or would that mean that you can give up one of your jobs that you've been struggling at and really focus with your family, be there with your family? It's whatever it is that you want to do, USANA will give that to you. Now, not only that, but you're actually helping yourself and your clients as well. So here is a quick model of how it would work. So you are yourself, you're working about 50 hours per week, and you work 50 weeks per year. So that you're working about 2,500 hours a year times 40. So you've put in about 100,000 hours yourself. That's a lot of hours. Not enough time to spend with your loved ones, to go on those trips, to do the things that you really love, to help your clients. You don't have that time. Now, versus if you actually become a partner of USANA, like myself, you have a team of 100. You each work 5 hours per week. You each have 100 people. So you have 100 people on your team. That's 500 hours per week at 4 years. So that's 200 weeks. And guess what? You have just created some time freedom. You took 40 years of your life and reduced it into 4 years by using this. You've worked the same amount of hours. So again, the USANA lifestyle is be healthy, live free, enjoy life, be happy. So this is the commissions that people have made over the years. And this is, I know people that have made more than 100,000, right? And so a lot of the companies that we've heard about in school, they don't have this option. So you just recommend a product and that's it. Well, with USANA, you get paid for your services, plus you get paid for recommending a product. So I don't know about you, but being able to get paid for my efforts and recommending, I would love to have that money in my pocket as opposed to giving it to somebody else. I don't know about you. I'd love to know how you feel about that. So these are just some of the numbers, and it's basically based on the efforts that you put in. If you want to work it, perfect. If you don't, and you just want to make $1,000, that's perfect. That's awesome. That's $1,000 more that you had that you didn't have before. And you wouldn't get that with the other companies that have been mentioned in class, right? And another thing that you want to look at is, again, you want to look at this nutritional supplement guide. This supplement guide will tell you the quality that you're getting, right? As nutritionists, it is of our best interest to provide the highest nutrition to our clients. Next. So now there's 9 ways that you can get paid with USANA. First is you become a referral partner. So you're an affiliate of USANA and you get 10%, which is awesome, which is great. You know, like that's 10% that you never would have had. But there's actually, right now, we have a bonus that's happening. So until March 11th, you get 20% of that customer sign up. But it's not just on one order, it's on every single order that they make, okay? And that is from 26 weeks out from the time that they do that. So that's option number 1. Now, you can make it as a side hustle. This is where you're making about $6,000 extra. So you're still making that commission off of every customer, but now you're helping other people do the same thing. You're helping them share the vision. You're getting good quality product into the hands of your customers, your clients, okay? And as a nutritionist, the advantage that you have is you have the authority. You have that authority to say, you know what, we're working together. This system is out of whack. These are the products I recommend for you. So you could either do a retail sale or you can do an auto ship. And that is actually the best way to do it. If you want to know more about the intricacies of how you get paid, let me know and we can set up an appointment after. So now it's part-time income. So what would an extra $24,000 look like for you? Would that mean you could pay down your mortgage faster or get that car that you've been really dying to have, or have, you know, that extra cushion of income just in case something happens, or do that reno that you've been wanting to do? You know, now it's your dreams, it's your vision, combined with the ability to help others make their dreams come true. Now we're looking at a full-time income. You know, like you're at a point where you can now actually give back. You're giving back to the community in many different ways. You are able to make a difference. You can actually retire your income that you have from your job. And that would, I mean, for some people, that is the blessing and that is what they're looking for. Again, everything matters on how you work it. So you have the choice of becoming a customer or a referral partner. And the choice is yours. It's up to you as to what is the best model that works for you. There's no right or there's no wrong. You can always change it at any time. Yeah, and if you have any questions, let me know. We're here to answer questions. I think. So before I take any of the questions, so these are some of the tools that we have available to us. AskTheScientist.com. Any question in terms of why is a product, why is this ingredient, or why is, you know, why is it formulated this way and not that way, or how will it help? These are tools that you can use. And another one that's not on there, which I had mentioned earlier, is ir.usana.com. And so once you actually have all of these tools, you have access to weekly training, you become part of a community. The comparative guide, Yin Yang You is a book to read. What's Up USANA? You get a lot of information. And it's not just about products that you're getting training on. There's personal development, there's social media, there's branding, there's, you know, a lot of things, because once we actually graduate, we're going to have to actually brand ourselves. We're going to have to build a team. We're going to have to find a place to work. So this, we get the training as being part of the team. So that is very invaluable and priceless that you get. So now we will open it up to questions. So thank you again for taking the time to come out and hear the presentation. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat and we will address them. Zena, I'll let you take care of the chats, the questions.
Awesome. Does anybody have any questions? You guys can either put it in the chat or you can put it in the Q&A. I'm going to give them a few minutes to type because I don't think everybody can type fast. And if you don't have any questions, if you have questions later, you can always ask Fatima questions later. If you can't think of any questions right now. And yeah. I guess not. I guess we don't have any questions. So probably because you explained everything so clearly. And yeah, well, if you guys do have any questions, then you can always ask Fatima questions later, and that's it.
Well, thank you so much. I can bring you guys, if you guys are open to it, I can bring you guys on to, and you can actually ask questions. And it's good for some of you to meet our sales coordinator, as well as she is a nutritionist as well. It looks like, okay. Hey, Tony, how's it going? Thank you for coming on.
Hello.
So let me ask you, as an associate, what has been your best experience with USANA? What has been your story, your selling story of USANA?
I guess the selling story of USANA is my, when I started with the products, I focused on just one, and that was the health pack. And that was, oh, wow, almost 3 years ago to the date. So when I first met Fatima, she introduced me to USANA and some of the products. And I said I wanted to focus on one because I didn't want to, take all these products and not figure out what was working for me and what wasn't. So I focused on what was called the health pack. And so what the health pack is that you take it twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening, with food. And what it's supposed to do, it's supposed to slowly curb your appetite over time, where you're not snacking or having, as Fatima put out, a sweet tooth, not craving sweets. So 90 days later, I lost about 60 pounds. So I went from 240 to about 190 in 90 days. I didn't notice myself, but then my friends and family noticed my weight, and Fatima as well, that my weight after 3 months kind of just dropped off. Without doing any really additional exercise other than what I was doing, not really doing any dieting, and just making it part of my routine. So that was my best experience with the product. To date, I am still taking the health pack, and now I sit at 165 3 years later. So that's going from 240 to 165. And my weight doesn't yo-yo. It actually stays as a steady 165. So I might gain a little bit during the day because you eat, but then it resets back to 165 the next day. So that's my best story for it. It works really well for me, for my chemistry. And the other products that I've been taking with that is Bercosa, which keeps me active. So I can go, I like to do a lot of hiking, walking, moving around, catching up, chasing my nieces and nephews. And so that can be a bit, straining for someone. And my youthful appearance is also another success story because of taking USANA products. So
there's actually another story that you've had, another success story that you've had, where your number has gone down.
Oh yes. Though I can't claim USANA did this for me. My A1C dropped from double digits to single digits. So I sit about a 7 right now. Where before USANA, taking any USANA products, I was like double digits.
And that, I love that. I absolutely love how he was able to actually cut down his pharmaceutical intake for his diabetic medication, and his diabetic number had dropped. I absolutely love that. And
I'm also off my
course,
diabetic medication too. So I've been off since June.
Even better. Congratulations.
Thank you. And my energy level has stayed pretty much the same, or better. And my appetite, and I can pretty much eat what I want, do what I want, stay active, stay fit. I have a lot of energy level. I have a 9 to 5 job, Monday to Friday, and it just keeps me going through the day. So thank you.
Lafreet, can I bring you on? So this is my newest associate and also classmate of mine. Lafreet, so Zena is our sales coordinator. Tony is another associate of mine. What has been your experience so far?
It's okay if she's shy.
Yes, that's okay. Well, thank you guys for coming on and supporting me with this. Means the world to me that you guys were on to support. And Zena, a special thank you to you for taking the time out and being there to support me with everything I needed, from getting the slides and putting it all together.
Oh, Zena, I had one question. How long have you worked with USANA? I think I missed that part.
3 years. I'm going into my 4th, yeah.
Okay, and what inspired you to become working for USANA? Like, what did you do before? Just out of curiosity.
So I started off as a caseworker at a pharmaceutical company where I worked with cancer patients. And that really affected me. I really felt like, I really wanted to help people, and I felt like I wasn't in the right, path in my life. So I decided, I always knew that I was passionate about helping people through nutrition and health. So I went back to school to do my nutrition certificate. And as I was going through that was a 2-year program for me. So as I was going through that, my first year into the program, I decided to, look for other job opportunities. And I found the USANA job posting for the sales coordinator. And when I read about USANA and I read about I researched the company and I researched the products and I learned about Dr. Wentz and all of that, I just instantly knew that that's where I wanted to be, rather than, and so I've been with USANA for the last 3 years. So it's been almost 4 years now.
Oh, awesome. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Do any of you guys have any other questions? Because it is getting.
Hi, Fatima. Actually, I don't know, like camera and like mute was like there, like it was not showing on the screen. I was not able to connect.
That's okay. You're here now. So
yeah.
So thank you.
Like, I was keep on trying like on the phone, but I don't know why it was not showing, and suddenly now it popped up.
Well, were you able to see the presentation?
Yes, yes, I did attend the whole thing, but like there was nothing like showing like where I can just turn on the camera and the mute, but it
Oh, no,
just popped.
because I had everyone, I did it as a webinar, so it wasn't like how we did
Oh, maybe that's why. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Because
you asked me about the experience with Asana. So like as you know that like I'm a new to Asana, right? And I've been using that health pack, and obviously like I'm feeling very much great because I have too much energy. I always complain about that I have too much energy, that I have to reduce my Asana like health pack like from 2 to 1, because if I take 2 then I can't sleep. Like it's like giving me like too much energy, so I have to stay awake. So that's why I mean like taking 1, and as you recommended, I'm taking Procasa and Profavilil, and yeah, I'm feeling great.
Awesome.
Excellent. So this
Yeah.
is our sales coordinator. So she's out in Toronto and she works with Allison. So they work with us very closely. So I'm actually fortunate enough that I do get one-on-one training with them.
Right.
So when you are at that state, when you're ready to grow your business, this is for both of you. You can reach out to Zena as well as Allison, and they're there to help us. They're there to coach us through everything, like, you know, the conversations. If we have questions or anything, they're there to help us.
Okay, great.
So
Awesome.
I will let Zena go because it is almost like 11 o'clock.
Oh, it is. Oh, it's 11:15 now, so it's pretty late here. Yeah.
All right. Okay, Zena. Bye.
Thank
Guys,
you,
add
Zena.
me on Facebook if I don't already have you. Wait, I just put my name in the chat right there. Add me on Facebook. There's a photo of me with the mic on the stage. Usana, you'll see Fatima's my mutual friend. If I don't already have you, let's get connected. Let me know if you guys have any questions, if you need any support with your Usana business, and I'm always here for your support. So I hope you guys have an awesome night. Thanks, Fatima, for having me on.
Thank you, Zena.
Thank you very much.
Bye. Have a good night.
Bye. Have a nice night.
Bye. Good night.
So how was the
right.
presentation?
Good, good, very good.
So this is more than you anticipated, Lovepreet?
Yes, from starting to end, like even like it was a great knowledge for me too, because normally when we talk about this, like sometime like I don't have that much information, and this time like I just try to stage like from beginning to end to know more about the Asana, right?
So yeah, it's very,
Yeah, it was
now you
good.
can see why I'm so passionate about it. Like
Yeah,
there's so much science that goes into it. It's just, it's unreal. Like, you know, like I'm looking at all these conversations that are happening in the Facebook group, the CSN Facebook group. And it just blows my mind to see how little of knowledge or the science that, like the companies that they're recommending, how little science is behind it.
Yeah.
So that's why I mentioned it a few times, because it's very sad to see. And yeah, because a lot of times it's network marketing, people just turn it down.
Yeah.
But there's more science behind it than Procter and Gamble. So yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I'm glad that you came on so you can actually see a little bit more of what Usana is.
Yeah, no, that was great.
And you get to meet Tony, who's also an associate of mine.
Yep.
I don't think you got to meet him when at the walk.
Yes.
So
I know.
it's just one person at a time.
Right. Yep.
Do you have any questions?
No, I like whenever I have question, I always text you, call you. You know that how much I bug you.
And you know, I'm always here. I'm always here to answer your questions.
Yeah,
and
thank you so much.
You know, I mean, Tony, how many times have you had questions and I've like been there to answer them for you?
Oh, pretty much every time.
Yeah, same here, same for me.
Because together, if we do it separately, then it's very tough, but together, we're stronger together.
Right.
And my mission is to get as many of our classmates on board.
Right.
We actually had a really good turnout. We had about 10.
That's
people.
good.
Yeah. So there was quite a few of our classmates on. So that was nice. But okay, I'm gonna go because my voice is now like cracking.
Okay.
Sure you
Thanks,
guys can
Fatima, for
tell.
inviting me. It was a good presentation. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
Is it still
Thank
snowing
you.
there?
It
No.
stopped for the time being.
Oh, okay.
What about you?
Like, no, not here.
Yeah,
Not snowing at all there?
it snowed
No.
for like 20 minutes and it's like washed out. It's gone.
Yeah, but in Surrey it's fine now.
Oh, that's good.
Is it like, has it stuck to the ground?
No, it washed away with the rain actually. We had
Oh,
rain
okay.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now it starts clearing.
It looks like you've got this like halo.
Yeah, she has a bright light behind her.
You've got this
Yeah.
like really bright light on top of you. So
Yeah,
it
it's
looks like
right
you've got
on the
this-
top. It's right on the top. That's
Oh, I
why.
see. Okay.
Yeah, it's like this halo that you've got.
All right.
Good night,
Bye,
ladies.
guys.
Take
All
care.
right. Good night.
Good night. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.